Hi and welcome to a new video, or welcome back if you're a regular viewer. This is gonna be a long one, so grab a coffee or a drink or whatever you want and just relax for a bit. And so today we are renovating the Willow Creek library. This started out as an idea for my off-screen gameplay family that I'm playing with, and one of my sims there does sometimes work from home, and he does that in the library, and I just didn't really like going to the library with him because of how uninspiring and dark and not really. I missed features from newer packs, so I decided to renovate it and give it a little bit of a twist and include some more, not a twist, but include more recent additions to the library. So I started with just removing all of it. I'm keeping the outside shell pretty much the same. I'm just removing the patios and such for for this one, and going with a more modern approach. So and as you can see right now, I'm trying to figure out the roofing situation. Excuse me. And these squares that I'm putting down now will be some gorgeous skylights onto the second floor, and now I'm just adding some platforms in between the skylights. I had like 2.5 hours of footage to go through for this build, so it's taken me a little while to get through it, but finally done, and now we are going to see the final result of the build. I am so happy with this build, by the way. I find myself actually enjoying coming here with my sims now. Yeah, instead of the original one that I just found to be very, as I said, boring and uninspiring in general. So yeah, and now I am doing some windows. I wanted to have a lot of light come in on the or from the front of the building to the second floor, and I gave the exterior more of a modern feel. I tried my best to not use as many packs, but in the end I used quite a few, just because I wanted to include more gameplay for all ages. So there's toddler stuff, and there's also the changing tables from growing together. There is a vending machine from Snowy Escape or High School Years. I don't remember. I think I think I actually changed it to the one from High School Years. There's also some items from the university pack and the book kit that was released not too long ago. So there are some packs there, but not a whole heap. but still a few, which is why I'm not really wanting to call this a remake in EA build, because I'm not using base game only. These stairs, I thought I wanted 2 stairs in this build, but no, it's not big enough, and I decided to just stick with 1 set of stairs in the end. We still have the dark flooring in this build. I just gave it more of a cleaned up, modern-ish kind of look. And now I am doing the bookcases. I'm just placing bookcases in areas that I felt were like, you know, in the libraries there's sections of this book, kind of book is there. There's a system to where the books are placed in the library. I tried to, copy that as much as possible. Or not copy, but, use the same thought process to where the bookcases are laid out in the build. And yeah, so this first floor, or the upstairs level, is just books and some study areas, mostly because that's the layout of pretty much all the libraries I've been to, is that the upper levels are mainly textbooks and more learning kinds of books, not the fun, I read this just because I want to kind of books. Those sections are usually on the ground floor where you enter, or yeah. So that's the sort of process I want with where this kind of books are placed. The bathrooms are in the same place as in the original build, as you will see right now. I am actually building the, laying out the interior walls for the first floor. And these bookshelves that I just put down, the ones next to the stair, they go away when I decide to actually add a small basement level with a storage room, or what I think of as an archive room, because the lot is called Willow Creek Archive. What's a library build that's called an archive without an archive department, or an archive room, or where they store older books? Maybe they have to ask for to get to read the ones that aren't as popular anymore, or through copies, or all that stuff that also comes in a library. So but back to the build. These are the bathrooms, and I just made one smaller bathroom and one family style bathroom with a little potty for toddlers, and the changing table from Growing Together. So and I never find, I still haven't learned to find the changing table from in the menu, so I always have to spend some time looking for it. As you saw there, I just had to search for it instead, because I just still haven't learned how to find it. I went with this aqua blue tiled floors for the bathroom, because it I don't know, I decided to go with it this time. And a lighter wall, I think. a lighter wall just to break off the flooring. So the bathrooms are tiled, but the bathroom entryway or the bathroom hallway is just that beige color. So now on the rest of the first floor, there are some bookshelves. Here, there's also a little bit more of study spaces in this one. We put 3 tables there and a couple right here. There, as we can see, coming up soon, I believe. I'm also putting down some stationary PCs, but most of the tables I leave empty, so you can come here with your Sims and they can bring their own laptops. As you can see, I left the 3 tables to the right here unoccupied with stuff, so you can sit there with your Sims. I'm also placing out the rest of the study areas now, and also trying to figure out if I should use which ones to use. I think as I said, it's been a while since I did this build, and also a little while since I actually looked at this footage last. So yeah, I took some time. I tried to, I was looking for maybe if I was going to use another table or not, but nope, I decided to go with the same ones just for Unity. It is a public library after all. And we also need some couches to, well, if you want to sit down for a minute while you're browsing for books or whatever. There's always couches somewhere in the library. These are the ones I've been in. The computer I put down just at the top of the stairs is meant to be like, the ones with the information terminals where you go and look up information on the books you are interested in, which is why I didn't place a chair by that one. And here I am placing those vending machines I talked about earlier. And I did go for the ones from high school years, but you can replace them with the ones from Snowy Escape if you have that one, or there was also a vending machine kind of fridge from the Get to Work pack that I also can see work that I've used in library builds before. And since this is a lot type, we are required to have some chess tables, so I put those next to the area we are going to be doing right now, which is the children's area. And I decided to close that off, so I'm not, because I figured sometimes you want to have a closed off area where you can keep an eye on your little ones if they're smaller. So yeah, and I gave them a chalkboard or a wall with some of the that you can actually do. The ones that you can draw on yourself. So yeah, and I included lots of the children themed bookcases. I also used the ones from Growing Together, the ones with all the little geometric ones. These ones I put on this wall here because they felt suitable for a children's area in a public library because of all the fun shapes in it and such. So that's why I decided to keep them to this area only, and the other ones, which are the same ones that come with the original one, just in a different color, to the rest of the library, the more grown-up sections or the adult sections of the library, with more normal books and textbooks and all that kind of stuff. The children's area, I just want fun and colors, and I wanted it to look like children come here to play and enjoy learning with books, and maybe they have story time sessions here, or this is where you take your class. If you come here with your class in school as like a field trip, this is where you talk, because we had that when I was a kid. We went to the library with my class, and the librarians read us stories, and we got to borrow whatever books we wanted to from our city's public library, and not just the one connected to our school. So this was that's what I thought would be perfect for that one. I'm also including some of the activity tables. These ones are just the base game ones, but there's of course other ones that come with other packs. That you can replace them with if you want to, not have just the base game ones. And some, of course, some curtains or blinds. I'm not sure what did I go with. I went with those fun orange and yellow drapes from high school years for the children's area. Because I wanted that section of the library to just be fun and colorful and perfect for children. And now I'm doing some of these tables I placing now. I'm imagining are those the little displays that you see around the library when they have, recommended reads, or this month, look, we're promoting this author, or this genre of books, or those kinds of displays. And what did I do now? Oh yeah, I thought about putting a little some chairs or a couch there. I scrapped that and put a little coffee section area instead. A bar height table and some chairs, so you can sit and enjoy whatever you buy from the vending machine. If you actually don't need two of them. In my gameplay with this, I actually replaced one of the vending machines with a counter and a coffee pot. So since we don't have those commercial coffee machines in game. You probably know what I'm talking about. The ones where you you know, the normal ones where you pay and you yeah, nah, you know, those coffee machines where you have to pay for it. We have to use the normal ones that you usually have at home for in the game, but yeah. So you can do that if you don't want two vending machines in the game. This was also something that took a while for me to figure out where art was also a little difficult because I wanted it to be not like someone's home. Right now I'm just going around and placing some bins. On both of the levels, of course. And the way I did it now, you actually use the upper level. In the original one, it was just such a strange layout up here for me. Just, you know, an open section in the middle and, you know, just basically just a walkway around in a square. None of the Sims went up there, and they don't really go up here now much either, but at least now you as a player can go up here if you want to, you know, work more in private or something like that. You can do that on the upper levels. And of course, plants are necessary, so I placed those a little everywhere, but not too many because it's a public library. And of course we need some more lights, and I'm putting I did put one of the lights in the entryway. That one is from Mosquito, I think. That's of course easily replaceable with something else if you don't happen to have that pack. I just felt it really looked nice there, which is why I didn't want to remove it. And these are all the books I'm placing, the ones that look, you know, displayed. They're all the ones from Debug. I think most of them are from Debug. I'm just placing different ones on those little tables. And now I am going back to looking at art. This is always the most difficult. This is something that I find really difficult, picking out the best art pieces for a community a lot. Because I want it to feel. I feel like we don't have a lot of great pieces, but we also do, but also not. If you want to build something like this using base game only, you end up with a lot of the same art pieces in all of your community builds. I tried to go with, you know, a lot of landscapes, or, you know, maybe they collaborated with a public figure in the community who made art for the library. Or, I mean, art is always replaceable. You can have like a little section, or if you want to replace it, you can always say, oh yeah, you can replace it with your own Sims paintings also, I think, right? That's probably an option. If your Sim is an artist, then you can say that they have an art show in the library and you can hang up their art. There's so much option here. Curtains is another one of those things that I'm really struggling with in this game. Oh, they can drive me crazy sometimes. But for lighting, overhead lighting, I went with these ones from high school years because they felt very... I felt like they suited a library or a community a lot in general. Moving on to the outside, we are placing some bins again. We need a lot of them. This is the back of the build, next to the little playground area and the walkway that's behind all those buildings. I also put down that little notice board at the entrance. Anyway, back to the back of the build. I am placing down a fountain. At first I wanted it to be a little bit raised, but no, raising it up doesn't work clearly, as you saw, so I'm putting half walls around it, smallest ones, and some, I think I just went with a dark stone or dark brick. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And if I remember right, I think I placed a little fountain thingy as well. Yes, I did. I did place a little fountain in there. So that's the back of the lot. I'm not done yet, of course. I put down a few benches around and a couple more bins to make it, blend into the rest of the area. Also a tree. This one again is from base game, and a little plant the same brick as the fountain, and the black stone trim there is just because I like this same, having them color, and then putting one. I copied the tree one for a little teeny. So 2 trees at the back of the lot. If we had cars, I imagine here is where you can also, maybe there are a few parking spaces at the back of the library lot. What did I do now? I'm looking for something. Not sure what exactly that was right now. Yes, of course. Now I'm doing the sign using these texts that came in high school years, and because a library we need sign, and of course lighting. You need to be able to see the sign at all times of day. So I'm adding these ones in just to display the sign. I can imagine it saying Willow Creek Library or Willow Creek Archive or just Public Library or something like that. And now I'm going through debug and just looking for suitable decor for the exterior. Usually go with that. Is it a newspaper stand or a mailbox? I think it's a newspaper stand, right? No, it's probably a mailbox. Okay, back inside now. Here is where I realize, oh yeah, I want to add a basement level. So I'm adding in the basement level and the archive section of the library. I'm not keeping those stairs, am I? No, I don't think I am. I think I'm keeping the stairs straight. But I'm closing the entrance off a little, so it's not, open to the rest of the building. You have to get permission, or the librarian has to take you there. If you can hear the squeakiness from my chair, I'm sorry. I need a new one, but that's not really a priority at the moment, unfortunately. And we will be getting lights in here soon, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put lights in at some point. No, I did actually keep the stairs, you know, those turned ones. And now I am finally putting in some lights in this room so we can see what we're doing. That's great. I'm just keeping it very simple down here, very much. No one comes here that much. It's storage and archive department. Maybe here's where you come when you want to do genealogy searches. They have meetings down here. It's just a simple brick wall and a lot of these book cases from the what's the kit called? The book nook book kit. You know, the one that came out recently, or maybe not so recently, depending on when you're watching this. But yeah, I also put in a desk here and one of those. In my gameplay video, I actually I added a second desk in here that has the research machine on. The one from university where that you can do research on. I added one of those in as well. But that's all for now, and moving on to a video tour. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye! So this is what we are looking at in game. And this is just a sim I placed down that I did a makeover on, and this save, apparently this area is a bit polluted at the moment. Ignore that, we are going to be stepping inside. So here we have the entry and the bathrooms. And apparently someone is going in here now. So this is the smaller one. And here is the family one with the changing table and all that. And this time is just cooling off in the mirror. So here is that the display table. I think the library sim might have cleaned up all the books. Moving on though, here is the little coffee station or the vending machine area. As you can see, I replaced one of them with a coffee pot, some stationary PCs, another display section, and the chess tables and the one of the game tables from, I think, Get Together. Another little study area here where someone is actually working on their PC. This is the entrance to the basement or the archives. Here is the children's area with the little table there for you can sit down and read. The activity tables, the blackboard wall with some drawings on them, the younger children's area, and bookcases with children's books, and and the sim again. So this is the first floor or the ground floor area. Moving on up, I said, we have the whoops, that's not what. We have the information desk, bookcases, and a little couch. We have more bookcases, more couches. Here we have another little desk. More study areas around here. And yeah, so this is the top floor. And we have left is the basement. where we have the archive. And this, I turned the lights off, so my sim is just gonna go here fast so we can see what we're doing. So here you can see we have the normal computer, and this one is the research one from university, and just a whole lot of these archive storage bookcases. So that would probably be it. I'm pretty pleased. The rest of the area is just, currently looking like this. And here is the, here's the back of the build with the fountain area and the rest of the street. The next door lot is a gym and yoga studio.